Good day, this is the Bard Monk. Today I'm going to talk about spiritual counseling and spiritual deep work. Both of these things I do and have found them very interconnected to house clearings and house balancings. So in my local area, I do the spiritual counseling in the home. This way I can deal with all of the things going on in a life. And the life that gets back to life. Anyway, there's many different things that go on within us as beings, and we can pick up all kinds of things along the way. Just energy, or spiritual, or dimensional, or something outside of the realm. And all of these things can cause effects for us. Some that we can understand, like that's the third time I've fell down those stairs, and I know I'm not that clumsy. To the room doesn't feel right. Now that's a strange words to use, but I've heard them used many times. I have dealt with all kinds of very interesting things in spiritual deep work. I have worked with people that phone me at 2 o'clock in the morning and asked me if I could come over. They had heard me speak and they had heard me talk about this, and they had something that they really needed some help with. That's all they would tell me. 2 o'clock in the morning, off I go. I get over there and yeah, it is something that I can deal with. Not that hard to deal with, really. You just have to deal with the spirits involved. For this lady, it was life-altering, life-changing, and what the heck's going on? I think is what she said. You see, when I went in the door, and you can believe me or not, it doesn't matter to me. It's the truth. As I saw it, all the furniture was at the door. Now, there were very light pieces of furniture that she could have moved to the door. And then there was a particular piece that was weighed somewhere around 600 pounds. She weighed 98 pounds soaking wet and was about 76 years old. Not likely that she moved that just about in front of the door. And as we dealt with things and we worked on some spiritual issues in her life, and we dealt with some things that have been given to her that are in her house. Again, remember, I like to work in the home when I'm doing spiritual deep work. That way I get to cover everything. And that night we went through some things and we forgave some people and we asked some things to leave, and they did, and God got the glory, and that's what it's about. And by the end of the night, we had all of the furniture, except for that very large, heavy piece, which would take a few people to put back in place, and they weren't moving anymore. That's just one example of what I have dealt with. I have dealt with the old-fashioned, what some people would call an exorcism. The spirit was in the person's possession, I guess that's what you would call it. I'm more like to say that the spirit took up housekeeping. And the person invited it in just didn't realize they were doing that because they were playing a game. And that's what I'm talking about. All of these different things, all of this stuff that happens and occurs, a lot of people don't know how to handle. You got to understand, where I was raised, that was normal. And I almost put in principle reverse engineering and taking what was meant for negative purposes and using it in a positive way, using that information to release people from all kinds of contracts, and curses, unwanted spirits, dimensional doorways, all kinds of interesting things that get opened around it in their life. From just careless words to well-formed, well-created curses and contracts that were designed to do damage. I know this is a lot for most to take in, but this isn't for the most. This is for the few. This is me. This is what I am. This is what I was called to be. I'm here to help. I've helped others and I can help you. You know who I'm talking to. The one cowering in the corner because the books talk. The one that hasn't seen the one that hasn't seen the light of day for years, because they're scared they'll turn to ashes. These are the ones I'm reaching out to now. The ones that are in a place that they don't know what to do. They've gone to the professionals. They've gone to the exorcists. They've gone to the mediums. They've gone to all of those things. And they're not any better. The God I serve has commissioned me to deal with these things. You almost say I was built, designed, and put in place to be one, a monk of the human condition, two, a bard with a storytelling heart. So, for the next couple of minutes, let me tell you a story that has a very happy ending. And then we'll leave it there. I'll leave some information at the bottom of the screen so you can get a hold of me. My website, work in progress. I'm getting it there. But I am real, and I'm available, and I listen, and I believe. Doesn't matter what it is, what you've seen, what's happened. Doesn't matter. So this is a story, and I'm going to abbreviate it quite a bit. There was a lady I knew, and she was a very straightforward lady. She didn't believe in all of this stuff. Until one night, in the middle of the night, a spirit did something to her that, one, she had never really ever wanted, and two, let's call it right because that's what it was. She phoned me. I saw a dark Vader-like spirit sitting in the corner, and she agreed that it was there, and that it was after her again, and I spoke to it in the name of the God that I serve, and it disappeared. Now, how long had this been going on for her? Years. She never spoke to anyone because who do you speak to about this stuff? Trapped, confused, lost. Everybody has written you off as a kook, as a crazy. That can't be happening in your home. Can't be happening in your life. I'm here. I'm the Bard Monk. I'm available. I believe. Talk to you soon. You know who I'm talking to. Blessings till then from the Bard Monk.